Are you looking to invest in multifamily properties and want to know the differences and the do's and don'ts of self-managing that property? Well, that's what we're going to cover in today's video, so get ready guys and strap in. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. For those of you watching for the first time today, I am Paul Macaluso, the Multifamily Renegade. I am a multifamily investor here in Las Vegas, and I've been investing in multifamily property here in Las Vegas for the last 7 years. Now, in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the do's and don'ts of multifamily self-management. Now, personally, I manage all of our properties within our portfolio. And I want you guys to understand the importance of managing your properties. Before you dish it off to somebody else to manage it, I personally believe it's very, very important to your success as an investor to self-manage at first. So if you're just starting off, how will you know if a property manager is doing the right thing by you and your investment if you don't know how to manage the property yourself? It's a very interesting question not a lot of people think about. So if you don't know how to manage a property yourself, I don't think you're going to actually know how property managers should be managing that property for you if you dish it off to them. Personally, I've seen property managers just rob people blind. And I'm not saying all property managers are bad. I have property manager friends and they do a great job. I'm not knocking them by any means, but I have personally seen way too many accounts of property managers robbing people blind or just doing a piss poor job altogether. Now, I want to give you guys a little story about a value add deal that I purchased a few years back. And I'm going to give you a little description and story behind what the property manager was doing. So this property, it was 18 units, and the city actually came in prior to me acquiring the property and told the owner, hey, you guys are operating an 18-unit property, some new rules and regulations put in at the city level. And in order for you to continue to rent this as an 18-unit multifamily property, you're going to have to come in and put a fire alarm system and a sprinkler system in. Now, the property manager told this to the owner at the time, and the owner was like, shit, I can't afford to do that. It's a big undertaking to do something like that. So they went back to the city, and the city said, okay, well, if you don't operate all 18 units and you only operate 15 of those units, then you'll be fine. But you can't operate all 18, and we're certainly going to come around checking on you if you do. So they decommissioned 3 units. And basically what that meant was they pulled the kitchens out, they pulled the bathrooms, the toilets out, they made it so it's a non-habitable unit. What happened was the city came back and told the property manager a year or so later, like, hey guys, yeah, we were overreaching on those rules and regulations we told you about. You can go ahead and you can operate your property as an 18 unit. Don't worry about putting the fire alarm system in. But the property manager never went back to the owner and told the owner about this. So the owner the entire time is thinking he has an 18 unit property that in essence he can only operate as a 15 unit. So when I came across this property, I was told by the property manager and the owner that this was the situation. So I went and I contacted the city, got the full scoop, and the city was like, yeah, well, we went back and told those folks that they didn't have to comply with that. We were in the wrong and they can operate the property. So I kept that little secret to myself, and I used the leverage of, hey, well, you guys have to comply with I have to comply with this new city regulation. And it's going to be all this money. You guys understand how much money it is. That's why you decommission the units. Why don't you go ahead and give me a concession and knock something off the price? And that's exactly what they did. But this is one of those horror stories. Now, they did this, and on top of that, when I'm looking at the operating statement, they're just fucking robbing these people blind for maintenance of the property. Their fucking screen door that they put on is $700, $800. Like, the AC repairs, they had wall units, and they're charging these poor people AC repairs of multiple hundreds of dollars just to fix these wall units, when, you just pull the fucking wall unit out and get a new wall unit for the same cost that they're saying they're charging these people. They just robbed them blind. And on top of that, they didn't manage the property well and even manage it to the extent that they could have. Having systems in place is going to be key to your success when you self-manage a property. And again, I recommend everybody starting out self-manage a property so you get the understanding of what it takes, so you can then, if your desire is to dish it off to a management company, you know how to manage the manager of that property to make sure that they're doing right by you. Now, self-managing isn't for everybody. It's not for people that, in my opinion, are going to be absentee owners. If you're in another state, you're investing out of state rather, I don't particularly recommend you investing your money in a property that you're going to be self-managing if that's the case. Because again, I don't know anybody that can see as far as the next state over. So to be able to do it successfully from being an absentee owner and not being in the location of where the property is located is going to be extremely difficult, and it's going to create a lot of problems for you. Now, people that don't want to put the time and effort into it to manage the property, and they're okay with the slow evolution of real estate going up over time, and they're just portfolio building, then I don't think self-management is going to be right for you guys either. So if you do self-management, the tools that you're going to need to be successful are a really good phone system. You want to have a phone system that can do several different things for you, which is get voicemails, direct people to your staff, or for maintenance issues, you want those people to be able to get contacted right away. There's a lot of different tools out there that you could try to find to accommodate your self-management style. You need something that's going to give you a really good follow-up process so you're not missing out on communicating with your tenants if there's a problem, or missing out on a potential tenant that's inquiring about the property. You're going to need some type of screening tools or processes in place to make sure that when you do get a lead that wants to potentially become a tenant, you're able to screen them the right way. You want to create some type of standard operating procedure for the day-to-day operations of the property. By creating systems and having tools and systems in place, it's going to make the self-management process a whole lot easier and save you a bunch of time and money. So to recap what we talked about today, I believe why you should start self-managing when you're first getting your feet wet in the multifamily investment game or rental property game. Because again, if you don't know how to manage the property yourself, how are you going to know if the manager you hire is managing that property the right way? I gave you guys a little story about the property that I purchased where the property manager did a shitty job, didn't understand what they could actually do with the property, and was basically robbing the previous owner blind. We talked about having your systems in place and why that's going to be key to your success. We talked about who self-managing is for and who it's not for, and then some of the tools that you're going to need in your toolbox for self-management success. So if you like this video, guys, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment below if you have any questions, or if you wanted to share your experiences of self-managing a property or dealing with a property manager. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do so. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get updated. I try to drop 2 videos a week for you guys, so by hitting that notification bell, you'll never miss out on a video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Paul Macaluso, the Multifamily Renegade, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.